we never again be the same. Amen. Everything was going well. I had cleaned my whole house. I don't clean my house. Do you clean your bedroom very well? Do you keep it? Well, my whole house is like that. But I cleaned it and scrubbed it and scoured it. I was so excited because this afternoon at 3 o'clock, several of my neighbors are going to come over and we're going to celebrate the new year. Yeah, it's a little bit late, but we're a shaky group. And my neighbor came over and we put the extra leaves in the table and the tablecloth out. And I even found some of the old serving utensils, the tongs and things like that, put them out, got the candles out so that they don't smell that I have dogs in the house. And everything was going great. And then this morning I thought, oh, we have to eat off of dishes. And I forgot to put them out. Everything was going well until I woke up this morning and realized I've got some more work to do. Everything was going well in Cana of Galilee too. This was a very important, perhaps the uppermost social event of the season. Two families are going to be joined, not just a man and a woman, but two families would be joined. The local women would have come together, and it would appear that Mary, the mother of Jesus, was one of those women because she was there, her son was there, disciples were there, they all knew each other. This was a community. And they would scour the house and get everything ready, and people would be bringing food, donating what they could. They would even send wine to help the bridegroom out because you mustn't run out. And then Mary goes up and whispers, I just discovered they've run out of beverages. Now, 4 times in the Gospel of John, Jesus is asked to do something. And whereas he gives willingly of himself, 4 times he is asked and 4 times he is reluctant before he finally provides. So it's no surprise that he says, nah, it's not my time yet. And the mother of Jesus, who is very close to her son, as mothers and sons were in that culture, simply turns to the servants and says, do what he tells you to do. And Jesus is stuck. He's going to have to do something. And he changes water into wine. This is an important thing, an important sign for us. Because Jesus is blessing a human community. Relationship, hospitality, family, celebration, meals, intimacy. Wow, that kind of sounds like our church, doesn't it? And the church down the street and the church over there, that we are a community where we can come in here and worship and be together and be vulnerable with each other. Wine into water. So here's my questions for you this morning. When in your life have you experienced water to wine transformation? How has your life been transformed from water to a fine wine? What transformations have you experienced? Where were you when it happened? Have they happened multiple times? I submit they have. And when has this transformation occurred in your life? And when have you shared it with someone else? That's the vulnerable part, isn't it? Sharing a moment of transformation with a stranger. Sharing a moment of fine wine from water in your life becomes challenging when you're talking to someone who's been de-churched, hurt by the church, or has just never bothered to go to church because they love God, but Christians not so much. That's hard to do. That's hard to share. When Jesus' disciples saw what Jesus had done, they believed. That was it. Now, there would be several more signs in the Gospel of John, but this is all it took for them to believe. For other people there that day, they may have needed more. Who knows? But the wedding party was transformed, and the witnesses, what few witnesses there were transformed as well. Water to a fine Cabernet Sauvignon. Or a great, I don't know, what do you guys drink these days? You don't drink Kool-Aid anymore, do you? What did you drink on Monday? You had some Kool-Aid on Monday? Okay, so that's still around? That's still a thing? Okay, all right. I wasn't allowed to drink Kool-Aid when I was a kid. It had too much sugar. Yeah, for sure. So what do you drink that's really good? What's your favorite beverage? Unsweet tea. Good one. Oh, not root beer. I love root beer. Do you ever put a scoop of ice cream in it? That's the best. The best. Can we have a root beer float party sometime? But a fine beverage, water to a fine wine in your life, who can you share that with? Who will the Spirit put you in touch with where you can say, I know what you are going through. I've experienced something the same. Let me share with you what happened. Sometimes it's just a word or a phrase, and someone's shoulders slump and say, thank you. You are fine wine and root beer and iced tea. You are. So don't cover it up. Don't be shy. Know that people are out there are hurting and looking to hear from you words of hope, words of good news, words that will make you vulnerable, but just might change a life and transform their water into wine. All glory and honor be to God. Amen. I invite you to turn to